Hello. Oh, okay, it's starting now. Okay, hi.
She's lost.
I thought it started.
Starting off strong.
Thought it started already. Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Boss Ravioli Queens podcast. Your three fave caregivers here and your hosts, Boss Lady Amy,
Nicole Ravioli,
And Jasmine the Queen.
Y'all didn't notice. You'll see it when you watch it back later.
Anyway,
We're supposed to watch these back?
Where do you think our views come from?
So if you're listening, head on over to YouTube and take a look at our videos and listen, I guess.
Yeah. We didn't start recording for YouTube until around Halloween somewhere. So
yeah, somewhere in there.
we have a lot of just audio ones too, but you can find those on Spotify as well.
Yeah. You can follow along with the shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can finally have a visual as to
The
what we're talking about.
shenanigans.
Anyway,
Mhm.
this episode is called Sex Sells.
I hate it here.
Can we ever just get through an intro?
No, it's not possible.
Anyway.
Just because I'm still doing something doesn't mean you have to stop talking.
Well, whenever I announce, you interrupt me, and whenever Amy announces, you make her laugh. So no, we can't
I
get
know.
through an intro.
I do that on purpose. Amy laughs at anything.
I didn't laugh at that.
You're literally laughing.
Video evidence.
Anyway, so this episode we're going to be talking about OnlyFans and how a lot of people are jumping on the OnlyFans train. Anyway, how a lot of caregivers, teachers, things that, jobs that have like low paying, high stress sort of deals. Yeah, they're jumping on the OnlyFans train because honestly, like, wow.
I mean, it's a twofer. You get more money, and since you're already working a stressful job, you relieve some stress.
Mhm. Yeah, agreed.
So I think we should start off with how many teachers have gotten fired because they have like an OnlyFans and like why we think that that's bullshit.
I mean, it is.
It is bullshit. It has nothing to do. What they do outside of work is none of their workplace's concern. I could see if they were going online and like bashing the school and bashing other teachers.
Or advertising in their classroom or something.
Right, like that would be gross, number one, and illegal, number two, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, there was that one lady that was making content in her classroom, like after school hours. There was
Okay, but
nothing to do with the
That's
school.
different.
But
though.
that's like still not great. That's like how we can't
icky.
post on TikTok in the facilities that we work at.
Right.
Same thing. Well, not exactly, but
Still.
It's
Mhm.
not. It's not the same.
same playground, different slide.
Anyways, like, I get why that's gross, but like, I mean, what they do outside of work to make extra money is really none of anybody's business.
It's no different than like if you get a gig doing bartending or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like it's really no different. It's just a side hustle.
Or what if you were like a
Right.
pole dancer or a stripper, like outside of work too? Like,
right? Or even
that's technically a second job.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Right.
And I also love going through the comments on it on like Facebook and TikTok or whatever, because of course the men who are buying the OnlyFans content are like, I'm so happy she got fired. That's just wrong. It's immoral. Well, guess what, fuckers? If you weren't the ones buying the shit,
Right.
there wouldn't be an OnlyFans.
Like, nobody would have.
And I'm not
known
saying
about it
I'm not saying that
either.
women don't buy content too, because like that's a thing. But it's literally the men going after the women.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Y'all want a
I
lady in
feel
the
like-
streets and a freak in the sheets, but you can't handle it. when,
Honestly, I feel like
that
if it was a
happens.
Right.
male teacher that was the one doing it,
they'd be fine.
they'd probably be fine with it, to be honest.
Yeah,
They'd be
Probably
fine
would.
because, like, I learned from a very young age on, like, men can do a lot of certain things that women technically can't. And
or is considered wrong in the
Right,
eyes.
societal
Mhm.
standards. Societal standards. They're very, very different for men and women.
It's icky. I don't.
Men get away with a lot, and women don't get away with anything ever.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I know. When I was reading about the teacher who was making content in her classroom, like one of the parents that reported her to the school board, it later came out that parent was actually buying her content,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
Well, how else would that parent have saw it?
Exactly.
It was either her buying the content or her kid found it and bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe her husband.
Yeah, that's true.
Fantasy for people.
Right.
I still don't like that part of it.
I don't like it either, but
If
I
you-
do understand that thought process.
That part of it, I think, like, if you want to buy your own props and like make a little setup at your
Right.
house or whatever, fine.
Right,
But
I
like,
agree.
don't do it at the school. That's gross.
I agree.
That's
I
yeah,
wonder
gross.
if she was able to like get in and out with.
like, could you imagine those students coming in
They
the next
probably-
day who have like actually probably got her content or whatever and be like, oh my god, she fingered herself on that desk yesterday.
Oh,
Like,
Gross.
gross! I dislike that.
Again, I say I hate it here. No, I just. Anyways, back to the original point, I guess, from what I was saying. Doing it in the classroom, not okay. Buying props and like setting up a space in your house, fine.
It wouldn't be hard to get like a desk and whatever else you need or whatever to create
Right.
that fantasy without actually having to use your actual work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That actually reminds me of a story.
Authority.
Not about school or anything, but I once knew a person who got cheated on by their girlfriend with someone at work, and apparently they were caregivers and worked in the same house, and they had sex in the laundry room.
Ew.
It's gross.
That
It's
reminds
gross.
me of.
I was gonna say that also reminds me of the one you told me
I was
about.
gonna
She's
say
washing
that
a load and
reminds
taking a
me.
load all at the same time.
Ew.
It's talent. Better put a ring on it.
Oh God. Cannot.
So I knew a person that actually reminds me. I knew a person that something similar happened to. They had sex in the closet while working. This person
They come out gay afterwards.
but I
Gay.
didn't know this.
You didn't even catch that
No.
joke, did you?
I understood, but I was trying to get through it without laughing. But anyway, so I did not know this at the time when I worked with them, but I found this out after they left the company. So that was interesting.
Okay. Okay.
I already know this story. We talked about it forever ago, though.
I remember I called up Nicole and I was like, girl, oh my God. I was like, you will not believe this. She
Well, that was like
"What?"
around the same.
Spill the tea.
That was around the same time that one girl got fired for like driving the company car drunk and all that stuff, and I think that's how we actually got on that subject. So yeah,
Oh, yeah. That shit was funny.
we have some stories.
I mean,
y'all.
that job really did lead you to
Stories.
drinking.
Well, she was like one of the head people over an entire area.
I still
so-
don't believe.
That really makes sense then.
I still don't believe she was drunk. I really don't. That the whole thing was BS. But that was-
She called from jail, drunk as fuck. She was drunk, very drunk.
I don't know. That whole thing was a lot.
Amy doesn't want to believe it because she worked with her closely in the past.
I
and
just want a
it's-
job that pays me a lot and I can get drunk.
No, like no one ever suspected it from her
No,
ever.
it's not that I don't believe it. It's just, I mean, obviously, like
You don't
heard what
want to
happened.
believe it.
yeah, it's just no one suspected that ever.
Nope.
But the whole thing was kind of BS anyway, due to the situation with the staff that was also there. It was a whole thing. I'll tell you that later too.
Okay.
So back to OnlyFans.
So yeah, this is
Ooh.
probably why people use
Yeah,
OnlyFans.
fried those eggs.
Fry that chicken.
See, I bet with OnlyFans you can make money and drink on the job.
Yeah, I bet you can.
Mhm.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be, but
I know somebody who does. I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
same person I'm thinking of.
Probably.
Okay. So the reason that most people join OnlyFans. Oh,
We're fine.
okay. Sorry for the interruption. Technical difficulties.
Anyways.
So the reason that most people join OnlyFans is because they hear about how much money they can make off of it.
Mhm.
And I mean, it is a big market. Sex does sell.
Mm-hmm.
So as like a teacher and or a healthcare worker, I mean, healthcare workers on the lower end of the totem pole really don't get paid enough for what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's a way to make extra money, I'm not going to shame anybody for it.
Right.
Get that
No.
bag. I don't care.
I mean, honestly, it's the same as just working 80 hours a week every week. It's no different.
Honestly, for a healthcare worker, though, you're probably less likely to get in trouble and fired for doing it, though.
Yeah, unless you were like part of a management team. or
Right.
something,
Unless you're part of like more of like the image of your job.
Mm-hmm. But even at that, I still don't think it's a fireable offense.
No.
Like,
Right.
I don't think anybody should be fired for literally trying to make more money.
Right.
And
the
like,
only-
if you're confident enough to
normally
sell
they-
that, go ahead.
Yeah, and normally they keep it from like their work. So if somebody finds out about it, it's because they were actively looking for it.
Right,
Mhm.
exactly.
So
That
Yeah, I
usually
agree.
that stuff's very hard to find
Mhm.
unless you're looking for it.
plus it's also like locked down, and to see anything you have to subscribe to it and pay money for it.
Mhm, which means that you're a paying
So like
customer.
yeah, you're a paying customer at that point or whatever. So like why are you getting fired for making the content if somebody else is just looking it up and watching the content? Probably at work.
Mhm.
Probably. Which is gross.
That was so nasty.
That's why Stanley's taking those 5 bathroom breaks.
Literally, though, could you imagine if a resident found it?
Oh,
Because we've worked with some pretty icky people in that sense.
they'd probably enjoy it because some of the residents or whatever would like that.
I was
No,
gonna
that's what I'm
say,
saying, though. Could you imagine how awkward that would be to go to work and have a resident call you out on it?
there's probably
Yeah.
some residents who have fantasies with certain workers, so
Mhm.
that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Oh,
That's
yep.
happened.
My
I have a few in mind.
my old roommate, dude.
Ew.
My old roommate used to work for that one company that we both worked at, Behavioral,
Oh, okay.
a long time ago. And she was the manager at one of the houses, and there was a resident there who had like the biggest crush on her.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Uh-huh. Would not leave her alone. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Mhm.
And like it got to the point where like higher management had to like threaten to kick this guy out because he would not stop.
I think I know exactly who you're talking about.
Used to work at Arby's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you knew.
Yup. I'm aware.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh,
There are some things that just give us the
I do
ick.
not miss
That's one of them.
behavioral.
No, behavioral is not my biggest
Would you-
cup of tea
My
anymore.
new job actually has behavioral unit.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, good luck drawing off those people.
I know. I
Oof.
know.
I need to
That takes,
sedate
like,
'em.
They say they really have to though. So
That takes like a team usually.
yeah.
I remember same job, different house. We had to take one of ours in, and it was like this 6'1" autistic guy that used to walk on his tippy toes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And That's also the one that left me a third knee on my shin. By the way.
That's right.
Yeah, it was that one.
Luckily, I never had the privilege.
No, I loved him though. He was such a
No.
sweetheart.
I had the privilege of taking care of him, but not the privilege of
Getting your ass
being
beat.
injured by him. Thank God.
Oh yeah, you're lucky. That shit hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we had to take him to the ER one day. And
oh no.
it was me and my boss that took him, and then the staff were like, do you think he's gonna hold still for a blood draw? And we were
Absolutely.
like, no. So me and my boss were like distracting him.
And he's so
strong. Like the fucking Hulk, bro. He is so strong.
And he was younger too, so like it wasn't like we're fighting with some strong old person. It's
he was like
strong
21
young
at the
person.
time. He was 21. He had just turned 21.
Oh my God, he was strong. And
anyways,
he was big too.
Bro, can I finish my story, please? He was big, he was tall, he was strong.
I'm trying to give them context. Not everybody watches our videos.
I mean, but like, I just want to get through the story. You can tell them about it later. So it took me and my boss and like 4 of the ER staff to hold him down.
Holy crap.
And even I think they had like 2 male staff on that helped that day.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, though. He was trying real hard. And like the one guy was on the arm, that they were drawing off of. And I could see it just shaking. And I was like, please, God, don't like go through the vein.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go through the vein.
Oh.
Because then they would have to use the other arm and re-stick him.
Right.
Yeah. It was not fun.
Sometimes you can still see that, but it's rare.
Yeah, that was not fun.
That sounds horrible.
It was. Sorry for sidetracking us again. It just reminded me of that.
I mean, it's just another reason why some people just get out of the field altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Behavioral is not for the faint of heart, dude.
No.
It's not.
Definitely doesn't pay enough there either.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be really, really compassionate and understanding and empathetic of what they're going through, because like nonverbal autistic people, they can't communicate how they're feeling, so they're gonna have behaviors if something is wrong with them. It could be something as small as like a headache. They're gonna have behaviors because they can't physically like communicate to you what's wrong, so they're just gonna beat the shit out of you. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I got swiped in the face just yesterday. Literally yesterday.
Fun.
I just finished cleaning under his fingernails. I don't know if I poked him too hard or what, but like right after I finished, he was like, ow, and then just whoop, and then right back to da-da-da-da-da.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then when they do that, sometimes you just kind of like, you kind of just take it, you get up for a second, you're like, okay, I'll just go fuck myself.
Bye.
Yeah, and then like, so because I thought I poked him too hard when I was cleaning his nails, right after that happened, I was like, are you okay? And then I like replayed that in my head. I was like, wow, I got beat up and I asked him if he was okay.
Right.
Yep. That's how it goes. When you're a caregiver, you don't give a shit about yourself. It's just the residents.
No, you literally just forget that you exist. You're literally just
a
body here to perform cares. But you, yourself, your emotions, that's all gone.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Or like when you're getting beat up or something and you get what you need or whatever. Like say you needed to get a test done or something and you had to hold them down and you were struggling the whole time and everything or whatever. And then when they're done and we actually got what we needed, we're just like, oh, thank you so much. You were so good. In reality, in our heads, they were horrible. They're awful.
That is so funny. That happens to me all the time where I'm like, oh, thank you. You're doing so good. In my head, I'm like, why am I making this
I
person?
do that in my job all the time.
I'm like, what? Why? You weren't being good. No. If you were normal, like, I'd be calling the police right now.
Right.
Like, in no instance do I deal with this other than my job or my child.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, honestly, it's all relevant. Like, just trying to take it back a little bit. I really don't blame anyone for trying to do something that's a little bit less stress and makes way more
Right.
money.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would do it. Like, if I knew I was gonna make a lot of money doing it or whatever, I would like plaster my pussy on the pavement for some extra cash.
You mean your pussy?
Same thing. A hole is a hole.
Stop.
What?
You're so confident about it. That's
Whatevs.
what gets me. Anyway, I mean, honestly, shit. If I knew I was gonna make much money, I would too. I doubt I would, though.
I doubt I would too.
I don't think I would.
I wouldn't.
I do not have the confidence, the charisma, the physique. I don't have any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes into it, and then
That's
basically
so much work. I give props to those people. Like, I'm not.
I know they probably have to stick to a strict diet. Like they probably have a strict exercise regimen. Like that's a lot, and they have to.
Yeah,
put
their
so
strict
much
exercise
content.
regimen is sex.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they still have to like maintain their muscles and shit.
Yeah, I don't know how they can like do all that content. Like, you literally have to like.
You have to have some stamina.
Right. I'm like saying like they're making content with other people and like doing like solo stuff. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't know how you get turned on that often.
Right.
Like-
Or it's probably a lot
No.
of faking involved.
I feel like
I
it's
mean-
lube and faking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, like,
I
they
mean,
have
that's
to have the
probably what
energy
porn
to,
stars do. So.
For real.
like, oh, they have to have so much capacity. Like, that's so
Mhm.
much.
Yep. Ma'am, can you find a spot, please?
Oh,
She just walking around
Oh,
clickety
you
clacking.
acknowledged her.
hi.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, boy.
Here she is. My little baby girl.
I think your cup's in the way. I don't think
A
anybody
little bit. They
her.
can see her a little bit.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, there she is.
Hi. Hi, yes.
Yeah, my little turd.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, and there's
Yes,
my
I
big
love you.
turd.
Now go away. Daddy's filming. Go. 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 Goodbye. Love you.
Hi.
Negative turd. Jesus.
Anyways, anybody
Okay.
else got some closing thoughts?
Go.
Not really. I mean, I think as long as you're making your money and it's not illegal and you're not doing
Right.
anything wrong, I mean, make that money.
Right.
And employers, stop being such assholes.
There's not like a lot of secondary job options that
There's not. And I'm
offer
not
a
gonna DoorDash.
flexible
Sorry.
flexible
Right.
schedule.
Well, I mean, we wouldn't even have to do that sort of
I
thing.
would DoorDash, but
If
like
they
for
would pay us
some-
a livable wage.
Right. If we got a livable wage, we wouldn't even have to think of getting a second job.
I wouldn't mind DoorDashing once in a while, but like I can't even like apply. So
Yeah, it's not great. Anyways, don't be a dick.
don't be a dick.
That goes for mostly employers.
Yeah, I was gonna
This
say
time
that.
around.
Like,
Anyways, you can find us at Boss Ravioli Queens on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. I have the way it's spelled listed right on the screen for you.
how convenient.
Are we at capitals though?
No, it's just spelled like that with lower cases.
Yeah. And then bossravioliqueens@gmail.com as well.
Yeah.
You can leave comments, questions, concerns, feedback of any kind. Always appreciated. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Free OnlyFans subscriptions. No, I'm just kidding.
Taco Bell gift cards.
Y'all,
Literally
stop
now.
promising shit that we can't do right now.
No, we were
No,
asking
we were
for
asking.
them to give it to us.
Oh. Yeah, Taco Bell, please.
Until next time, bye.
Bye.